and welcome to this episode of Catching Up with Yoseka Stationery. So casual. I hope you all are well. Here at Yoseka, we had a nice week. Yeah. It's been, a little chilly, but I don't know. We have had some signs of spring. It's been playing with us this past season.
The early signs, as though it were February and March.
I know. Yeah.
It's okay, though.
Ugh, it's not okay.
You're right. It's not okay.
No, I'm just kidding. We're going to be okay. Last week, Evelyn and Nico hosted the Catching Up episode, and you guys did it at the Traveler's Next Stop Yoseka Land event, which we had for celebrating the 20th anniversary, the release of the card-sized Traveler's notebooks. And that event was so much fun.
Yeah, it was really fun. It was really busy. I feel like we had a good balance of kind of like shopping, but also more like hang out and talk to people and like customization. And it was just really nice. I feel like not every event is so like consistently busy like that. And it was really fun. Yeah,
it was really, really great. We had very few sets of those limited card size Traveler's notebooks, and they all got all the golden tickets for them were found. It took longer on some days than it did for others, but at the end of the day, they're all gone. And I know that there's lots of people who still are hoping to get one. So for those of you who didn't get one, if you're still interested, we are going to be getting a restock of them in September, and 20th anniversary is kind of a big deal for Travelers. So they have other stuff coming.
Ooh.
They have other stuff coming, so stay tuned. It's a big year for them. Stay tuned for all the announcements. We're excited to tell you more. Yeah. Last week, during the Travelers event, we also had Josh Lax here. He was grinding nibs. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I think he made a cameo in the Catching Up.
Josh is such a jokester. It's so fun to have him.
I don't know if anybody noticed, but it was in the back of the beginning while you guys were filming the intro. He poked his head out from behind the partition that was up. And yeah, I think he always tries to poke his head out at some point while we film. So if ever Josh is here while we're filming, you'll see his head pop out somewhere in a video.
Yes.
That's always a lot of fun, having Josh. And Josh, for those of you who don't know, he's a local Nibmeister. So our store is located in Brooklyn in New York, and Josh lives just in New Jersey. So he drives over about once a month, and he has a regularly occurring appointment that he takes here out of our event space at Yoseka Land. So we love having Josh, and we really, really love having the option of giving you all a place to go, a person to go to when you have issues with your nib.
Yeah,
it's been really nice.
Definitely, yeah. Yeah, especially because when we had Nibmeisters coming less often, it was more for people who knew a lot about their fountain pens and wanted to get specialty grinds.
Yeah.
But now I feel like because it's more frequent, it offers the opportunity for people who maybe are newer to fountain pens and are kind of trying to work with their pen and get it writing how they want it, or have had an issue with it. And so it kind of is making the Nibmeister services more available.
Totally.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, I think I have noticed that in the last few dates that Josh has been here, I've noticed I've been speaking to people who are more oh, it's my first time, or I'm not sure what to do. I'm going to figure it out. And I think that's really, really cool that more people are learning about this. I don't know if I would call it an ancient art, but I don't know. What would you call it?
It's definitely
antique. There's only 20 people in the whole world who do it. And it's a small community of people. And I love to support that. I love to just be friends with the Nibmeisters and offer this space to them when they're here. Which brings me to my next point, which is that Josh just did his appointments last week, but actually we have been working very closely with Damien from All in the Nib, who's usually based out of Delaware, but he is going to be in New York, and he is obviously going to take this opportunity to stop by Yoseka. So we are really, really excited to offer some nib grinding appointments on May 15th and May 16th. It's a Friday and a Saturday. So Damien from All in the Nib will be here. And I feel like, you know, for those of you who are new to nib tuning, Nibmeisters, Nibsmith, like this whole world, I'll tell you a little bit more about it. And I will link a video that we've done on it up here in the corner to learn more about nib tuning. What's really cool is that all of the different Nibmeisters, like I was saying, there's about 15, 20 of them, like in the world, maybe. They all do like the basic things of like, if your nib is broken on your fountain pen, they'll be able to fix it for you, depending on how far the damage is. But they all specialize in different grinds. For instance, Josh does, a lot of people will go to him for an architect grind, and they'll go to him for something called a fat bottom girl, which is a really funny grind. But what Damien does is a little bit different. He's actually known for a cutlass grind. It is his own grind that he's perfected, and he'll have those for you to test out. And he also does stacked nibs, which is really cool. It's something that not a lot of people, like even out of the Nibmeisters, not a lot of people know how to do because it takes a lot of work. It really is very, very, very detailed work. It involves welding multiple nibs on top of one another so that the metal becomes fused. So it's basically a really thick nib, and then it gets grinded down to some grind. So he'll have those for purchase, a few of them, not a lot because they do take a lot of work. So, you know, come by, check it out, talk to Damien. He's so sweet. And if you want to find out more information about what you can do with Damien, please go check out his website, which we'll put right here. It has a lot of information, has a lot of good visuals on the kinds of grinds that he offers and more information on those grinds. So that's Damien, May 15th, May 16th. He'll be here all day, and we're really, really excited to meet him. And hopefully we'll have like some content or like some video that we'll make with him that you guys can all learn more about Damien. So if you are far away and can't make it, you won't be missing out.
Yay! I'm so excited to meet another Nibmeister.
Me too. They've all been really nice.
Yes.
I love them.
Yeah.
And that's kind of it for the events that we have coming up, other than we also have a journaling happy hour, which is sold out. Thank you all so much for your support. It's going to be a letter writing themed one.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. You've got mail.
You've got mail.
In May.
On May 7th.
Yes.
To be exact.
Yeah.
We're hosting our second journaling happy hour. Nico and Evelyn are hosting it. And thank you all so much for all of the support for that. We'll have more. This is our second. We'll do a third, a fourth, and there will be more.
Yes. Yeah. So if you weren't able to get into this one, unfortunately, we've had to limit it just because we do have limitations to the space, and we want people to like be able to spread out and have the best time that they can. But we're going to work on ways to make sure that everyone who wants to come is able to come, because we will be hosting them again in the future. So don't fret. We're here.
Yeah.
We're gonna figure it out.
I have to say, like, you guys have been so thoughtful and really, really, really like considerate of the fact that you really want it to be a place and an event where people can actually sit down and journal. And that's why we had to cap it at, it was 50 the first time. We did 40 because you guys have learned that, you know, actually the space at 50 is probably a little bit not too comfortable for people who have to stand, and then they feel like, you know, it's not a conducive environment for journaling. So I don't know. I'm really impressed by you guys for putting all the thought and everything you've done.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So that's it for the events. And then after that, we have some newly added stationery to share with you all, which we're really excited about. We have lots of cool things this week.
Yeah. Very fun.
Very fun. Okay. Do we start with this guy?
Let's do it.
Okay. This is the Kutsuwa Memo Cut.
Yeah, so it comes in 4 colors normally, and then the purple is a limited edition color that's shimmery. The rest of them are not shimmery.
Oh, it's shimmery. Oh,
yeah.
I didn't even notice that. Cute.
Yeah. And basically, it's a clip, but it's also a magnet. So you can use it to like clip things to your fridge or other magnetic surfaces, but also it is a cutter. Okay, so you're gonna take a piece of paper, loose leaf paper, and you wanna fold it. You fold it along an edge, and you cut it along the edge, and basically you feed it through and you pull against it and it runs along the piece of paper and cuts it in half.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
So this is just like another iteration of a clip.
Yes.
There's so many versions of clips now. But this one, I don't know, this might be the most high functioning. Like,
yeah, it also has this like little hole here that you can string like a keychain through.
Wow, they've thought of everything.
Yeah, up at the top corner right there.
Yeah, so that's cool.
Yeah. I know some team members who use binder systems are using this to cut A4 size sheets of like special paper like Tomoe River paper or MD paper to make binder refills of custom paper.
Wow, very cool.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's cool. I really like the fact that it's a magnet too.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Do you have a magnetic fridge? Would you use it on your fridge?
Doesn't everybody?
No.
What?
I don't.
Wait, what?
The fridge is not
The fridge is not magnetic?
Yeah.
That shouldn't be allowed.
I know!
Wait, what?
Instead, we had to put all our fridge magnets on the microwave.
Oh my God. Why are they making not magnetic fridges?
I think it's like the front side is aluminum.
Oh my God, that's crazy. Okay.
Yeah, my parents' fridge isn't magnetic either.
What? Okay. Okay. That was okay. All right. I'm loving that. Very cool. I love all the cute little colors. I love the glittery version of it.
No, it's cool.
Yeah,
it's
very
cool.
cute. Okay, so that's the Kutsuwa Memo Cut. Other than that, we do have like some other stationery items that are kind of like similar in that they're like functional stationery and like kind of a similar color palette too.
Yeah.
So these are new. These are called mini seal binder charms. They come in a few colors. It's a keychain charm. And it's also it's got a little snap button here. And then there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little pockets that you can slip something into. So it's a double-sided pocket and they're clear pockets, so you can stick little pieces of paper, little flake stickers into them, and you can either use this as like a storage system, although I think honestly speaking, there might be better storage systems out there for a flake sticker just because this is like so tiny. But how are you gonna use it, you were saying?
Yeah. Well, at first I actually was really excited about it because I feel like often when I'm like journaling out I've been recently wanting to journal out in the wild with my accessories. Like people go during lunch to journal in the cafe.
You should do journaling happy hour outdoor edition one of these days.
We wanted to for like the April blooms, but it just was not the weather.
Okay, yeah.
And I don't want to take a whole collection with me, so like I was thinking actually I would put like some flake stickers in it and actually use it on the train.
Yeah.
But the other idea I had, like after realizing maybe it's like not the easiest to get things in and out of, is it's kind of like a DIY bag charm really, because you can like choose the stickers that you think are like cute or decorative, and then they're kind of on show, you know, like the cover is clear.
Yeah, that's really cute.
Yeah.
So it's like an extension of a charm that you can further customize.
Yeah.
That's cute. Look what I just did.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. I don't know if
keychains.
anybody's using it this way, but I was just like, oh, a hole.
No, yeah. No, that's what the hole's for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay. So you can like, and then you can put this on your bag and just bring it with you for your journaling in your ring system
there you
that
go.
You can just cut anytime. Look at that. Okay, so that's really cute. And these are glittery. They're all glittery, just like, that's why I was thinking like very similar color palettes going on here. You
also,
know?
I think actually there's exactly the same colors, right?
What?
These two are the same colors.
They're not by the same company because these are from
this is the
Kutsuwa.
same color.
So these are the same color if you guys wanted to do that little match. And then there's purple glitter if you guys wanted to do this match. And then there's clear, which we just did.
Yeah.
How perfect. Wow, from Kutsuwa, and then Worldscraft made the little binders. Yeah, more storage. We also have these little binders Do you want to tell everybody about these?
Yeah. So these are little binders from Nakabayashi. They're little organization binders, and basically they have this like very secure elastic tie around them. And then you open them up and expand them, and they can sit and rest on their own.
Wow.
So
cute.
You can put like they're a good width for like memo pads, or if you have big vinyl or flake stickers that you use like that. But it's to organize your stuff either on your desk like this, or of course, out in the wild.
In the wild stationery.
In the wild stationery.
wild
it's really important. I've been struggling recently. But it also comes in 3 colors. A like neutral beige.
Kaku no Madaroni colors.
Oh, yeah, it does. That is a very good match. Damn.
Anyone else have a
Daisy.
Kaku no Madaroni? Do you have one?
Yeah, but it's not one of these 3
Oh,
colors.
it's the other. It's still, they all look good with each other though.
Yeah,
because
but
they're
it's
like
exactly that color and exactly this color.
Yeah. Very cute though.
Yeah.
So Nico was saying that she has gotten one of these for like her big flake stickers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which are kind of hard to organize, actually.
Yeah. No, they are.
Yeah.
They are.
All those flake sticker things are hard too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I've also been like I like use my memo pads a lot actually in journaling and junk journaling, just to like change the texture and the like background of the paper.
Totally.
And I've been like picking them all up in a pile and taking them to where I go to journal, and then picking them all back up in a pile. And I'm like, this is that pile except organized. So
yeah, you need this.
I chose mine.
It's the answer to your problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess they also show the sample is with cards. So if you have a lot of business cards, it's a business card organizer as well.
Yeah.
Which Neil and I have a lot of business cards because we meet a lot of people. Right now we're using the TRAVELER'S card holder for that, which is also really useful. You know, the spiral ring.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sorry. I was like, the card size? No.
No.
Which actually, I think they should have, like, you know how for the regular size and like that one, they also have like a refill that's like that?
Yes.
And they should have made a mini one like that for the card size.
But you know what? I'm sure you can find non-TRAVELER'S branded card size.
Nahe has one, but it's like in its Nahe system. Like you can't put it, you can't insert it.
Sure, you can find it. Anyway, we're just like, you can use this and this and this together. This is the brain of a stationery store person.
Yeah.
Okay. What else do we have that's new and exciting?
We also have new limited edition Platinum Preppies.
Ooh.
And it's all black bodied, which they normally don't do solid preppy bodies. So this is kind of fun. Mm-hmm. And it comes in the same 3 nib sizes, extra fine or 02, fine 03, and medium 05.
I like that. I like them.
Yeah, and it's kind of chic.
It's really cool. And I have preppy news this week. 2 pieces of preppy news for you all. Ooh. Number 1, Emma, assistant store manager, showed everybody her bedazzled preppy. It's her roommate's.
Yes.
But it's so good.
Yes.
It's so cute. That's my first piece of preppy news, other than obviously this is the top headliner.
Yes.
The black. Number 2, Jacob has his first fountain pen, and I'm happy to announce that he picked a preppy, or no, I picked for him. Sorry, no, I didn't give him a choice. I picked a preppy for him in 0.5. And I'm gonna teach him how to fill his converter with ink.
Yeah.
He's really excited about it.
Yay! It was super duper duper cute when they came in to get the...
You helped him find it. Because I don't know where anything in the store is.
Yeah, we've done a couple remodels.
It's great. No, I mean, they were right where I would have looked. So yeah. But those are my 2 pieces of preppy news in addition to this exciting preppy news, obviously.
Yay.
Preppies are really, really affordable starter fountain pens, and they have a mechanism called the slip and seal, which allowed them to stay wet for a long, long time. That's something that Platinum is known for. So that's what makes them a really good, inexpensive option for a starter fountain pen for a 4-year-old such as Jacob.
Yeah, no, they're good. They're good.
Yeah.
I love the Preppy, actually. I used to be a snob about it, but no, I love it.
Yeah. Do you own one?
I have like 3, I think.
Oh, isn't that the one you put the carbon black in?
Yeah.
Or you used to?
I have a pink one with carbon black in it, and then I also have one of the Preppy Waws.
Yeah. So Platinums, don't sleep on them. They're great.
Platinum is my favorite fountain pen brand.
You can say that. Why did you whisper that? You can say
No, because
that.
it's like favorites are hard and they're always changing, but
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, on that note, I fully support your love of Platinum.
Oh,
yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I love everybody. It's okay. But along the like pen line, we have some new to us, but not new to the stationery world, pen sleeves
These are
for
nice.
single pens and for 2. And they're slip-on leather. They're the OSL series. And they come, we have them in 2 colors. We have them in black and like a brown. And you can put pens here, and it's great. I'm really excited to have these in store because actually one of like the most asked for things, I feel like when people buy a new fountain pen that they're really excited about and want to treasure, they're like, okay, do you have a single pen sleeve? And we actually don't have very many in store.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited to have these to offer.
Nice. That's good. Yeah. You know, these are, you might think like, why does somebody want this versus a pen case? It's because, especially for pens that have designs on the barrels, they just keep them safe better because they're not clanging against, like they're not rubbing against the other pens and things that you have in your pen case. And they're usually lined on the inside with something soft and protective. So it won't be abrasive or rough, or like you won't run into the risk of like the design scratching off of your fountain pen, which is a concern for pens that have designs on them.
Yeah. It's also like if you're spending a lot of money on a fountain pen, like if you put it in your pencil case with a bunch of other tools, like the metal might get scratched a bit. And it's like not super noticeable, but if it's just like, you just want to like take like special care of it, this is like a good way to separate it from other tools.
Yeah, no, it is a common question. You're right. Yeah. Okay, so we're glad to finally have some nice single pen and double pen sleeves that aren't too expensive too, right? These are pretty affordable.
They are.
In relative to the leather pen holder. That's the other part of it, right? Some of them are like hundreds of dollars. These are probably a little bit more affordable, which is good. Okay.
Yeah. All right. And last but not least, we have the 2026 limited Stalogy colors. So every year Stalogy does some limited colors for both the half year and the full 365-day year in the Editor's series. And this year they're based on the Aurora Borealis, so they're shimmery. And it's kind of in the line of the recent lunar series, the Kavekos, where there's a light green, which is like a pearlescent with a green shimmer sheen, and then a dark green with a green shimmer sheen. And so we've got like the white with pearlescent and the green with pearlescent. So
they're
very pretty.
So pretty. This is the first time that Stalogy has played with color on their covers. They have had, like Evelyn was saying, they always do limited colors every year. I don't know if it's every year or every season, but we've seen limited colors come from Stalogy before, and Stalogy fans will be really excited to get them every single year. There are some people who are really just like diehard Stalogy people. They're a great notebook that also doubles as a journal because all the pages can be dated really easily, essentially. So people will love to see these come out, but it's my first time seeing like a pearlescent color.
Yeah,
right?
Definitely.
So I can see that maybe like the rest of the stationery community is rubbing off on Stalogy a little bit, and lots of people have drawn connections to the Kaweko sports in those lunar colors.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really exciting. Really exciting to see. Yeah.
I love Stalogies.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you use fountain pen in this?
Mm-hmm.
You do? Okay. Some people are like not crazy about fountain pen ink on Stalogy paper.
Yeah, I like understand, but I also think that like I have I use Stalogy for my morning pages, and I mostly almost exclusively use fountain pens for my morning pages. And like there's some spots where it feathers, but I feel like there's no bleeding problems. So I think it's different than Tomoe River paper or like MD paper, but I actually think it shows sheen and like dual shading very similarly to MD paper.
Yeah.
Where it's like it's not the refined coated Tomoe River paper, but like you can still like the absorbency allows things like dual shade or sheen to show up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you know what's crazy? Like everything in the stationery community is just so subjective. It really is like down to the user. Everybody has like different opinions on everything. So I'm glad you like the Stalogy paper. I'm really excited about the Stalogy limited edition cover colors. These are so pretty. And yeah, I think that's about it for like all the newly added stationery that we have this week. We always add lots of new stationery. And if you're curious about what we have even more beyond this, be sure to check out, if you go on our website, you can click on the new products tab. And that's what's kind of like new at Yoseka that we are showcasing. And yeah, let us know in the comments what you think about all of the newly added stationery. We're really excited about it. We have some really cool events coming up. We have Damien, we have our journaling happy hour, and we also actually have a workshop that's sold out, which is happening May 17th as well. Nico and Evelyn are planning other things that are gonna be happening, so we're really excited to share more with you all as we get closer to the days and we have more finalized information going forward. And thank you all so much for watching this episode. Be sure to give us a like on the video if you enjoyed it, leave us a comment, and subscribe to our channel. We post videos on stationery all the time, and we hope that by tuning into our channel, you leave with a little bit more knowledge of stationery and just something that you knew about stationery that you didn't know before.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.